What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here. This is now Tropical Depression 9. Tropical Depression 9 has formed. It formed at 5 a.m. Eastern Time this morning. As you can see right there, the convection for the majority of it is in the western part of it right here. We do have a few thunderstorms over here trying to develop right there. So we'll have to pay attention to it as time continues to go on. As the wind shear is starting to kind of die down more as it moves to the west right there. So let's go ahead and read it out what the latest public advisory has right here. Max sustained winds are 35 miles per hour, pressure is 1,006 millibars, its latitude is 14.2 north, longitude 70.1 west. It is moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. We have the cone right here for you guys, and ladies and gentlemen, this is 5 days out, but we are expecting a major hurricane at landfall right here as it hits Cape Coral in Florida. As you can see, it strengthens into a tropical storm, likely by the next advisory, and then it strengthens into a hurricane around the Cayman Islands, and then it makes landfall in Cuba as a Category 2 hurricane. Then it enters the Gulf of Mexico and re-strengthens, likely as of the NHC's advisory right now. We are looking at a Category 3 hurricane landfall with winds of 115 miles per hour. It was at 110 earlier, so those winds might still go up nevertheless. So let's ask this. What is fueling this thing? Well, the global sea temperatures are. We're looking at 29 plus degrees Celsius for pretty much all of the Caribbean Sea right there. So it has plenty of warm water for this thing to move through. We also have an insane ocean heat content right there. Right now it is about to move into an area of ocean heat content of 125 kilojoules per centimeter right there. So this is what we're looking at right here. This is something really interesting. This is something we absolutely have to pay attention to as we are expecting a U.S. landfall in the state of Florida as a major hurricane. So with that being said, let's go ahead and show you the wind shear. The wind shear ahead of it is pretty much conducive for development right there. It's not the best right now because of the outflow from Fiona, but as time continues to go on, likely for the rest of the day, it is going to continue to move through, and it's going to continue to use that wind shear to its low wind shear to its advantage, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, we're going to show you the track models and then the intensity. Track models, we have the majority of the models around between the Tampa and Cape Coral area. Some models actually do. The AEMI actually has this hitting the Tampa area in Hillsborough County. Which, if that was the case as a major hurricane, if that is the case, then that's going to be really bad because Tampa hasn't been hit by a really bad hurricane in a long time. So yeah, we're going to have to pay attention to this. We do have the rest of the models between Cape Coral and Tampa right there. So either way, the state of Florida is getting a landfall from this. The CTCI has this thing as a weaker system moving towards Miami. So that's what we're looking at. The intensity models are also interesting. We have the majority of the models having this as a hurricane, a major hurricane. All the models pretty much have this as a hurricane in the next 60 hours right there. We do have these models as a Category 3 hurricane. The HMON, HWRF, and COT2 have this as a Category 4, with the HMON actually leading the charge as a 135 knot Category 2 right there. Sorry, Category 4, excuse me. So, yeah, that's basically what we're looking at right there. And with that being said, we're going to show you the model runs. We're going to show you the HMON, the GFS, and the HWRF. The HMON actually has us moving a little bit more to the west than the rest of the models right there. This thing organizes, strengthens, develops right there, becomes a hurricane as time continues to go on, passes the Cayman Islands right there, passes the western tip of Cuba right here, and then it continues to strengthen. It actually strengthens down to a 934 millibar hurricane right there. That's likely a high-end Cat 4 right there. Let's go ahead and show you what the GFS is saying with this. So we'll go ahead and pull that up. So as you can see, this thing organizes, starts developing, starts to strengthen. It does approach the Cayman Islands. They could see some tropical storm to hurricane force winds, but this is kind of among those western tracking models right there. This thing does make a landfall on the western tip of Cuba before entering the Gulf of Mexico, really intensifying and actually making landfall in the Tampa area right here, according to the GFS, although it has it as a 967 millibar, 64 millibar system as at the time of landfall. But either way, the GFS has this making landfall landfall near Hillsborough County, where Tampa is, near Pinellas County, where St. Petersburg is, which, if that verified, that would be really bad for the area. But this is 5 days out, so anything can change at this point. But everywhere from the Tampa area down to Naples needs to pay attention to this. So, with that being said, this moves through, and then it kind of re-enters the Atlantic Ocean, and then, as a tropical storm, it kind of meanders off to sea, and that's pretty much where we are at 10 days out. We're going to show you we're going to show you the CMC with this one next, because the CMC has this interesting, this thing organizes, develops, strengthens into a hurricane off the coast of Jamaica. The eyeball hits the Cayman Islands right here. It then makes landfall in Cuba, south of Havana, and then it starts really ramping up in intensity, likely at a Category 2 strength near Cape Coral, and then it moves through Florida right there. And the CMC has this kind of like meandering either inland or offshore right there. I don't think that's going to happen, but this is a week out, so everyone needs to keep that in mind. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show you the H-Wharf right there. The H-Wharf usually leads the charge with this stuff, but it's recently been the H-Mon, but the H-Wharf is still strong nevertheless right here. So this is what we're looking at right here. This thing organizes, develops, starts strengthening right here. It becomes a hurricane off the coast of Jamaica. It moves west of the Cayman Islands. I mean, Grand Cayman could see some strong tropical storm force winds right there. And then it either makes landfall or misses the western tip of Cuba right there, enters the Gulf, and really strengthens into a Category 4 hurricane with 943 pressure right there. So that's pretty much the situation we're looking at right here. We will continue to update you guys here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. We have our interview with Ethan WX tomorrow, so be sure you do not miss that. I will continue to update you guys here as time continues to go on. If you are in Grand Cayman, if you are in Cuba, if you are in Florida, please do me a favor and take this very seriously and share this video. I want as many people as possible to be informed about this system. So with that being said, that's going to end the video. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe.